What's up, y'all? So, Holy Spirit has been pressing me to put this word out that He gave me yesterday. I'm on my lunch break. I got about 30 minutes left, so let me try to get this out while I can. Well, He has been showing me the number 1010 on the clock. And for those of you who are not aware, 10 is the number of completion, okay? And it is a very significant number when it comes to the Lord and the story of creation, all of that. The number 10 in Hebrew is represented by the letter Yod, Y-O-D, or sometimes it might be spelled Y-U-D, Yod. So I hope I'm saying that correctly. My apologies to the Jewish community if I am not. Again, the number 10 is completion. So for me to keep seeing it on the clock, 10-10 daily, double, I just feel like that's very significant. So I was led to look it up on my lunch break yesterday. And 1010 in the Strong's Concordance corresponds to advisor, a counselor in the highest position, right? Within the Sanhedrin, which is one of the highest courts in the Jewish faith, right? In the Jewish community. The Sanhedrin back then was like one of the top courts. And I can't help but feel like that is significant because literally the Lord just gave me a job at our court here in my city. So, y'all, I feel like, okay, that's not a coincidence. Like I told y'all before, He's had me unemployed for so long and doors were closing in my face left and right. And now He basically guided me to apply for this position that I literally had no intention on doing originally, but He nudged me to do it, so I did it. And the fact that I got it quickly, the position opened up quickly the way it did, is just absolutely supernatural. So that was confirmation for 1010 to literally mean in the Strong's Concordance, a representative of the court in the highest position, right? In the highest position of the court. Not necessarily in the highest position, but in a position or rank within the court system, within the justice system. It was also saying an advisor, a member of council, giving judgment on behalf of the community. It is represented by chief, priests, scribes, and elders. He was also highlighting scribes to me a couple of months back. The role was to have a sworn responsibility to uphold Torah and safeguard the nation's covenant fidelity, right? And it also was highlighting the emergence of faith within the courts and the legal system. So I told you all that there's going to be a divine turnaround. Like, Lord is really moving, and He is going to start working in areas that have just been completely perverted by the enemy, right? We all know the justice system in this land is absolute trash. Like, let's just keep it 1,000. There needs to be reform within it. And so, like I told y'all, He's going to start strategically placing a lot of us, a lot of you, in certain positions that were perverted by those before us. Like I said, there's a lot of people in high places that are not honoring the position that God put them in, right? Just as God giveth, He can taketh away. So He is still confirming that by saying this, right? But He is telling you all that once He puts you in this position, and it's not just within the justice system, it's not just within the legal system. This is going to be in every position around the world. It takes a community, it takes a village to make everything run smoothly, right? God is going to be appointing a lot of you into positions that help to further His agenda. Took me to Ephesians 6:16, which talks about the shield of faith, protection against spiritual warfare, the temptations of the enemy, just wearing the whole armor of God, right? And I told you all in a previous video, I don't know if I've edited yet and uploaded it, but I'm sharing it here on TikTok first, just so you all can see what's going to be coming on YouTube, because I'm still trying to work out the kinks on getting videos uploaded. So just give me some time on that, okay? But I told you all in a previous video, I recommended that you all just read through Ephesians chapter 1 through chapter 6, okay? Because He's really been highlighting a lot of work necessarily. I also told y'all it's important to be reading, keeping up in your Proverbs, okay? And just having wisdom and discernment. But He's really highlighting Ephesians in these last couple of weeks. So really go through and read that, especially chapter 6, where it's talking about the armor of God. But He's saying that once He puts you in these positions, He wants you to uphold and His standards and honor Him, right? You know what it takes to be righteous, okay? And we're not talking about righteous in the sense of you think you're holier than thou. Not feeling like you can come and be judgmental against people. It's not your job to be judgmental. It's not your job to condemn anybody. Literally, he is putting you in place to be an example. Okay, like I told y'all, he is going to be using us. He's going to be using you as an example of his mighty works, his power, and his love. All right. So, one of the visions that he gave me when I was at work yesterday was me literally just sitting there and his spirit just moving through the building. Okay, his spirit just moving through the building. And like I said, he's choosing vessels. He is choosing his vessels. So honestly, there's going to be a lot of the times where he's not going to require you to do anything but just show up. You really ain't going to have to do nothing but just show up. Okay, be yourself. He's not asking you to be somebody else, which is, oh my God, which is so confirmational, because I kept hearing the song yesterday. Her name is Alea Lara, and literally Alea confirms the number that I have with him, the number 37, which is just, it's a number between me and God. But literally the gematria that is connected to the number 37 is the word Alea, which means elevation. Okay, but the song that she had was called Wait on You. And the lyrics that I kept hearing was, everybody else just wants me to be somebody else, but not you. You teach me to be my better self, and I will if it's your will. So I'm going to wait on you, wait on you. I know I'll be fine if I wait. Everything's just fine if I wait. I know I'll be just fine if I wait. Everything's all right when I wait on you, wait on you. And then part of her second verse was saying, it's not about me or what I want, it's about what I need, and it's the Lord. So that song just kept playing on repeat in my head yesterday. So that's confirmation. He's not calling you to act any other way but yourself, but he is still calling you to make sure, like, he's calling you to still honor his laws and his ways, right? Still honor his commandments, because he's going to be working through you. He's going to be using you as an example of his mighty works, his love, and everything else that he has coming, right? And in him using you, of course, he is going to bless you and reward you for that. Okay, he is going to bless you and reward you. Never is he just going to use you and that's just it. That's not how he works. It's an agreement, right? That is what a covenant is. It is an agreement between two parties. So if you are allowing him to use you and be a vessel for him to perform his works through, of course there has to be some benefit for you in it. Okay, that's just how it works. In addition to that, 1010 also talks about false idols. Okay, and so I hope y'all remember I had put a word out where I said God is calling you away from certain people, certain areas, and certain things, because his judgment is coming. It has started to commence, right? I put that word back out in May. And so with 1010, after I did some other research on the Hebrew side, it also talks about Jeremiah's oracle and prophecy about the collapse of every stronghold that trusted in false gods rather than trusting the Lord. Cities and places and people and things that are going to be under divine judgment, and he's going to be coming against those people that are entrenched in idolatry. So you're going to start feeling a lot of heavy pressure, a lot of pressure. He's big pressure, because he is about to start showing and pressing down firmly, like I said the other day, pressing down firmly on these people. So you want to make sure you are not anywhere you ain't supposed to be, or else you're going to start experiencing that as well, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.